Spain, where all the drama is happening.
Spain.
Exactly. She was like, when people said this, how did it happen? Okay, so let's go to the fine boy I was talking about. Deliciano Lopez. Well, his mother named him Feliciano Lopez, but Morris mom calls him Deliciano because he's a good-looking man. Played tennis all his life, and he's now tournament director of the Madrid Open. Spoken with his colleagues on the WTA side. This guy decided after the doubles finals that nobody was going to give a presentation speech. Here's what made it worse, because on the men's side, they gave presentation speech.
What?
So if you're talking about timing,
that doesn't seem right.
Exactly. And now
It wasn't me.
it's Ayo. It's your Ayo. It's your
gender.
It wasn't me.
Jessica Pegula and Coco Gauff were on the losing end, but they spoke up. Also, Victoria Zarenka, who was on the winning side, also spoke up that, look, you know what, usually you win and you want to give a shout out to your son, and she can't even say anything to her now because there's no speaking. So that was one. But something had happened the day before. Were born on the same day. Well, the tournament gave both of them cakes. Here is the clincher. The tournament gave Sabalenka a small rounded cake, like a small 12-inch cake. They gave Alcaraz a two-tiered.
No.
What is happening? Like, even if you're close, a personal relationship, you can give him a double that cake in your private time. For the tournament,
wow,
you give them the same thing. And the picture in cake, the other person had one
hungry tiny cake.
And they took pictures and posted it, and they were fine.
What?
So
Did they take pictures together?
No. They took the pictures separately, but they released it. He did play the
wow.
You need to see the design. So they'd already been speaking about that, and then the women have been complaining about treatment in Madrid. So there's a lot going on. However, the tournament organizers have refused to give a speech. But what is making it worse is because Feliciano Lopez was actually their colleague before. So you can imagine that you now become the president of our association. You now give me tiny cake. You now give Ayo. Sorry, you give me.
I'll give you the big.
Yeah, you give me double layer cake. I'll give Ayo cup of cake.
You represent the gender right now.
My hands are
Evidence. You're inside on Smooth 98.1. Do stay with us. The show continues. I can't believe this. So the women had they had a bouncer, like if you step out of life, we'll flee you out of here.
It was bad. In fact, let me show you the cake. I
can't believe this.
I need people to see
what?
The cake. Let's go to the BBC.
Hey, I can't believe this.
The ones that had the cakes up.
And they say that
on social media. Exactly, on the Senate line. It's even 3 layers with balloon on
top. Like they even put his age on it.
Yes, and she's 25. It's not like she was 23. It's
a milestone.
It's a milestone age.
This is ridiculous. I can't. What? Like this is the worst case of misogyny.
Remaining small, they would have brought balloon to the court. Look at what they gave to.
Nah, this is so blatantly discrimination.
She carried her cake by herself.
Like, no, this is ridiculous. Now.
And
this is ridiculous.
Like
that was shameful.
The tournament put out the pictures.
Like it looks like Cinderella, literally. This cake was an afterthought. This was a cake. Maybe they forgot her birthday. I didn't remember. Because that cake was well planned, well thought of, and well executed.
But she actually put out a picture. She put out a picture in the morning. Turning 25, big day.
Then they should have done it as a personal thing, not as the body.
Yeah, if you are doing as a tournament, then it can't be this.
And then it had to be the woman getting the short end of the cake.
This is extremely.
The ball girls. The ball girls on the 8th picture were wearing cropped up and minis. Somebody hold me.
Why can't it be the same? I mean,
the same tournament.
Why can't it be the same thing across board?
So were they pimping the women or what?
So they said they're not ball girls, they're ball models. And you need to see. You can't slink. You need to see the slinky girls that were there. First of all, they were young, so they maybe just 17 or maybe 17.
That is even inappropriate.
And then they were all slinky. All of them had abs.
Oh my!
So the boys are what? Not ball models.
I don't know what they are. I don't know why they didn't bring hot pants shots for the boys.
They make it very difficult to make a case for them. It's kind of obvious.
That's why they did not want to comment.
I'm in shock. I can't even believe this. What? Oh my days. Sexism.
Welcome back to the locker room on Smooth 98.1, talking about sports and all the sports stories making the rounds. Tega is still right here with us in the studio, breaking it down for us. All right, let's get back to
the robbery in Spain. We have to go back to Spain. Things happening there.
Spain. Viva España.
All right, so let's start that story. You must have seen it last night, the Real Madrid. Manchester City.
Real Madrid. Okay.
That game was all right. Let's So as we know, in the Champions League, Manchester City midfielder Kevin De Bruyne powered home a rasping low shot from distance in the 67th minute to earn them a 1-1 draw at Real Madrid in their Champions League semi-final that was played at the Bernabeu.
All right. Like the way Pep Guardiola put it when he said, when we were in possession, they scored. When they were dominating possession, we scored. But there was a huge uproar yesterday. We had gone out of play for a throw-in, which is why Vinicius Junior did not contest the ball in the first place, to try and stop the play from progressing. However, the referee and the assistant referee on the side ignored it and carried on. And the net. And so all the players on the sideline and Carlo Ancelotti come to complain to the referee, and the referee shows Ancelotti a yellow card for complaining, looking for justice. So usually once there's a goal scored, the video assistant referee should look at it and decide whether it's a legal goal or not. And according to them, the video assistant referee looked at the situation and gave the goal. But here is where the question is now, which is also why people were saying, there should be a challenge system and all of that, blah, blah, blah. Here's where the question was.
Rivals AC Milan is more than just another local derby. He says it's not a derby, it's the derby.
Yes. So remember the last time these two guys met in the UEFA Champions League? They didn't complete the second leg. Yeah.
Wasn't that the game that had that picture of Rui Costa and Materazzi? That iconic picture?
Yeah.
Was that game?
Yeah, it was that game. So AC Milan were leading, and then Cambiaso had scored a goal, but the goal was disallowed. Inter Milan fans were like, and we are on our way out. So they played about maybe 70 minutes of the match. Cambiaso scored a goal, it was disallowed, and they were 3-0 on aggregate. Inter Milan fans said it's not happening again. They started throwing flares on the pitch, non-stop.
Wow, football hooligans.
The game ended.
If only they had VAR.
Even then, it would have been worse. There would have been straight plus the VAR plus the referee that's calling it. So it was. That's how intense that rivalry can be, and that's what we are going to see on this day. I was beginning to. Just for the match today. Now both of them share the same, whichever team is playing at home. So security is already in place from 12. The people that were buying the tickets sold out, because you know what it is, everybody has a stake in this. Hopefully it's not a blood stake, just money stake, but everybody has a stake in this. But it is going to be intense, it's going to be poignant, and every single tackle will be questioned. So I'm just going there. I'm not going there to watch war. I'm going there to watch thriller.
Going there for the drama.
Drama. All right, so let's take some messages now.
All right, let's take this one. This is from Josh. He says, "Dear Ayo, as the unofficial scribe for the locker room, let me formally welcome you into the locker room. And I see how you've been, you've been taking the hits for our agenda.
Pow,
and I feel your pain. Please bear with Tega. The news coming out of Spain in this age and time is pretty disappointing, to say the least. Where were they all the while when we're campaigning for equal everything? SMH.
Yeah, they pay equal money to both sides, but they just don't treat them equally.
Yeah. All right, Taya says, Man City drawing a match with technicalities. Whatever happened to true football? #justice for Madrid.
Unfortunately, the justice was yellow card. So let's look at the next story coming up.
Next story, let's talk big money here and Saudi Arabia.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Argentine superstar Lionel Messi will play in Saudi Arabia next season under a quote-unquote huge deal, a source with knowledge of the negotiations told reporters yesterday.
All right, so this is the story that's been making rounds, the rounds since his trip to Saudi Arabia. That he's gone there to make big money. There's some people that have already started releasing figures of how much you earn weekly, calculated it into monthly, then converted it to naira. Just like, what are you doing to yourself?
Magic mirrors.
I've been hearing £260 million a year.
Yeah, I was like, what? Why are you killing yourself over
Zibby,
so
let
much
us
money?
play football.
No need to play football. Let's go to Saudi. We'll find something.
We'll find something, yeah. Something legal, by the way.
Something legal. But it's a huge amount. However, Messi's father has come out to deny that this move is not really happening. You know what I always say about this thing? At the end of the day, these deals are like Bele. It will show. You cannot. You may hide it for the initial stages, but you cannot hide it for the end stage. It must come out. So you can deny all you want, but you could tell from the World Cup. And people say, oh yes, what Cristiano Ronaldo does, Messi must do. What Messi does, Cristiano Ronaldo must do. They are shading each other. But from the World Cup, if you saw all their adverts around that area, it was Lionel Messi.
Wow.
Perhaps now you understand why they wore him that. What was that? Coat of many colors. Coat of one color, but I've forgotten the local name that is given to him. But he was in all their advertising. Mostly from the Middle East. So he's an ambassador. So he's not playing there, but he's an ambassador.
The groundwork was already
the groundwork was already laid. And if I'm Lionel Messi, I've won all the Ballon d'Ors. I've won World Cup. I've won Copa America. I've won Champions League. I'm going to Saudi Arabia tomorrow. Yes.
Or today.
Because
impossible.
Look, he's 35. He has to make money that will last him till he's 90.
I mean, he has already.
No, with the lifestyle. You see, people think you've made money, but if you're going to sustain a particular lifestyle without earning the same income over time,
that is correct.
Why do you think Roger Federer is now flying everywhere, wearing wristwatch here, wearing clothes there?
That's what he's doing.
Tennis is not giving the money again, so you have to make it another way. All right, so let's take some more messages because we are running out of time.
Okay. Ibukun says, the problem with VAR is the issue of clear and obvious error. An error is an error, so they should let VAR make a call to the referee whenever they see the ball goes out of play.
Right.
Taya says, imagine 10% for that Messi transfer fee. I run for president by 2026.
My dear, let's look at this message.
Cruz says, from all indications, retirement plan is very important. Saudi Arabia, here we come.
I'm telling you, just go to Saudi Arabia and live your full life. All right, that's the much we can take on Locker Room. Thank you so much for your messages. Unfortunately, we couldn't open the phone lines, but I think we may try to do that on Friday after everything has wrapped up. But thank you, Ayo. Thank you, Zibby. The studio is now yours.
All right, do stay with us. There's a lot more to come on the Smooth Breakfast.